Hello.
Hello. Hello, David.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, Laura, how are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm just kind of scrambling here. Time got away from me.
You don't worry about it. So fun.
Hi, Paul.
I gotta shut off that. the repeat button. W, how you doing? W Drones, Daryl, Chris Wedgeworth, Tim Jackson was first. Wow, Tim. Good for you.
Must have wet the bed.
He must have what?
Wet the bed.
What are you guys
Why
been up to
joking, Tim?
today?
Just running around the hospital for Laura's mum and that.
How's mom doing?
She's getting there slowly.
It's a good thing.
It's a long road to recovery.
Shut up, Joe.
I'm being nice.
She
It's
ain't.
better to go forward than to go backwards. And if she's getting better, she's going forward.
It's always better.
Okay, so shut up, Laura.
I just wanted to get in before you said it to me.
I wasn't going to. I was being nice. That's
Yeah,
all
he
right.
was
Wait till
being
your
nice
mom gets out
today.
the hospital. I'm gonna tell her about you. Tell her, and I was saying good stuff about it. You said to shut up.
They know the row I had with the doctor.
Cool Cat, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Anybody like to join the panel? The link is at the top.
Come on, people. Me and Joe are not good enough.
I see that.
Well, it's always the more the merrier, right?
Not always. Sometimes you can't get a word in.
Always. Don't encourage Tim to come on.
Well, Tim's probably getting ready for work. Because it's early morning there, right?
Yep.
Oh, what do you got? What you got?
That
Hey.
is a leftover Cinco de Mayo burrito,
I have wraps.
chicken
Yes.
burrito with jalapeno salsa.
With jalapeno, huh?
So it's about to light me up.
You want to say hello to everybody? There's Dallas.
Hey, Dallas.
Good evening.
She just got home from school not too long ago.
We're gonna start calling her Fort.
They're having a party over there.
We're gonna nickname her Fort Worth.
Oh, he says your nickname would be Fort Worth, you know, because like Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. I don't think.
Man, she
I
left.
don't think she thought much about that.
She left that one like a daddy joke or something.
Yeah.
I was going to scare her off by asking her how her boyfriend was.
I don't know if that's still going on or not.
Yeah, I don't ask youngins about their boyfriends.
I do. Seems
Cool
clear to
Cat,
me.
what are you talking about?
What's Cool Cat said?
I see nobody reads the chat as usual. Hey, Tim, we've been reading the chat. What are you talking about?
Well, what Cool Cat says, where are you going with that gun in your hand? What are you talking about? Who's got a gun in their hand?
Birdman's got one on his plane.
It might be a song. Because you put a guitar at the...
Yeah.
Captain Joe may be hungry.
Yeah,
Cool
I'm getting
Cat,
ready
yeah,
to.
Tim is in the chat, but I think he's going to work.
I'm getting ready to kill my video, so I won't have y'all watch me.
That's all right. We like to watch.
No, this is a messy one.
you enjoy your food.
This one's a messy one.
That's a half of what, a burrito?
A chicken burrito has tomatoes, lettuce.
Oh God, yeah, that's a
cheese,
messy one.
Chili, too?
guacamole.
Hey, Donald.
Hey, Donald.
Mine's the simple steak.
Oh,
It's like a
Tim's
rolled
already
up
at
soft
work.
taco.
Tim's already at work.
Well, let me share this video that I know Paul's gonna like because he know Paul watches this couple. And it's thanks to Paul that I end up bloody watching the darn things. Don't share the sound. It's important to this.
After a long night of lovemaking, the man notices a photo of another man on the woman's nightstand beside the bed. He begins to worry. Is this your husband? He nervously asks. No, silly, she replies, snuggling up to him. Your boyfriend then? He continues. No, not at all, she says, nibbling away at his ear. Is it your dad or your brother? He inquires, hoping for reassurance. No, no, no. You are so hot when you're jealous, she answers. Well, who in the hell is he then? He demands. She whispers in his ear. That's me before the surgery.
I love her. I love her videos.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I'll
That'd be
tell you what, that would.
fine.
Oh, never mind.
I subscribe to her. She's funny.
But at least he didn't say that explains a lot.
Yeah.
That's about the worst thing to hear right there.
Yeah, that liable to turn things upside down a little bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and that answer would not have been on my top 10.
No.
Man, don't. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have a video on because this stuff's falling all over the place.
Well, don't get it in the keyboard.
I got 3 dogs under my feet hoping something fall. Went and saw my granddaughter today.
Oh, did you?
She looked up at me like, who the hell are you? It took her a couple of minutes to realize because she hadn't seen me in a while. Then she was real good when I was walking out to leave. She was blowing me kisses. She must have blown me 40 kisses.
Really?
Just kept blowing me kisses. Dominic.
Morning, all.
So Joe, I got brave.
Mhm.
I'll show you
That's good and bad.
with my FPV drone. You'll see.
Looking.
Now you see.
Oh,
Over the water with the FPV drone. Yep.
you're a rookie.
Yeah. With the Avada, no big deal. This is that old school building that's now a business. It's 3/4 of the track. I try to make you dizzy before I land.
You did.
Mm-hmm. Now let's go the other way. Okay, now let's come in for the landing. The landing's actually rather interesting. Let's just say I went a little further than I intended. I tried to lean it back to not hit the concrete, and I literally hit the sidewalk and went between my legs, slid under my truck. Say you fit home plate.
I came in hot one day and was getting ready to stop and run right into my crop.
Oh no.
I was trying to lean it back and goose it to slow it down and maybe get it to fly backwards. Nope, not quite enough. Anyways, I was playing with that water fountain.
Okay, that jalapeno salsa is kicking.
Oh,
It's hot.
Is it hot?
Little warm, huh?
It's got my whole mouth burning.
oops.
Now, did you put it on or did it come that way?
Oh, this is all homemade.
Oh, you made it. Okay. I thought you bought it.
Oh, no.
So
That was
here's
the rest of
another
my
one.
chicken.
I got bored flying over the field, so I started flying over the parking lot through the trees and crap. More interesting. I've gone under that trailer before. This was rather interesting. I got a little closer to that water fountain than I probably intended. At least I didn't wind up with any water drops on the camera.
Yeah.
But I did go by it pretty damn close.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
Mm-hmm. A little closer than I intended. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, when I went over to North Lake by the little ponds over there,
Yeah.
I was like right on the, I mean, I really believed that I was getting the edge of the water touching the drone. That's how close I was.
Now, what drone are you flying there?
This is Baby Hawk, Emax Baby Hawk, 3.5
Okay,
inch.
so I thought if you were flying the Avada
No.
it'll be a little bit more waterproof, doesn't it?
Nope, this is the true FPV drone.
Okay.
That's why I said I
think
got
the Avata-
brave. That's why I said I got brave. The Avada, I would have put the Avada through that, no problem.
I think
Not
Avata
through the
was
water,
safer.
but that close with no, not worrying about it. If I'd conforma coded it like the one dude down in South Florida, yeah, I would have flew through the fountain.
Yeah, I remember that. Remember there was a time when they used to show that on video all the time. They had a great big bucket and they were just dumping stuff in there, taking it.
I can't remember the guy's name. He even did an exhibition this year of dunking his drone in the intercoastal there.
Yeah, but he's got the Swell Pro, right?
No, he conforma coats his FPV
Oh.
stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought he had
Nope,
the one
that
that can
was
get in
not
water.
a Swell Pro.
Donald.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Donald, how's it going?
Okay.
You see what you can't see? Joe scarfed it down, but he made a.
Oh, it's
was
gone.
it? What was it, Joe?
It was a chicken. It was actually it was like a taco, but it was made into a burrito, soft and rolled up instead. Because it was a chicken I had with like the different seasonings in it to give it the taco type seasonings. And then tomatoes, cheese, lettuce, guacamole, and jalapeno salsa. It was real good.
And he was complaining his mouth was burning.
You know, it's
Yeah.
pretty hot. It had a kick
I was
to it.
watching. I was watching. Sounds good. I'm getting ready to make a spaghetti casserole.
Oh. Now, what's the difference between a spaghetti casserole and spaghetti?
Well, it's going to be in a casserole form.
That's
So,
what I was gonna say.
Imagine like spaghetti combined, or spaghetti crossed with lasagna.
Oh, okay.
Paul, ask a silly question, get a simple answer.
So it's like shredded lasagna, spaghetti
Oh,
style.
is that the way it is? Okay.
Oh,
Now, is it shredded or is it cubed or diced?
Or sliced.
Yeah,
Sliced, diced, and all the above, right?
Or just chucked in a slab.
Hey, Captain Joe, your Vada fly like
yes.
as in upside down.
Well, you fly inverted.
See,
No.
that was a power loop.
That was Devada.
This is
No.
my Gep RC domain. My little 6S 3.5 or 3.5 inch. I love this drone. I can whip that thing around, make it do almost anything.
mm.
I was just kind of goofing around, cruising, practicing my basic moves, including an inverted yaw spin. That, which is
Yeah.
the inverted yaw spin. Upside down, 360, dive out. And then this spin, which I kind of did on that baby off. You saw me do that with the spin.
Mhm.
Oh,
trying
that's
to-
wrong.
I'm trying to figure out how to sort of make it look like a slingshot kind of thing. Sort of do the circular thing and then slingshot out of it at speed. I'll figure it out. Whee. Sometimes I go almost over the street so I can dive straight down on that tree.
It makes me dizzy.
There.
That's why.
How's that for
that's why-
Disney? Did that help? There. How about a
Yeah,
flip
it
and a
didn't help.
dive?
That's why I don't do manual.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just I
I'm
can't
disappointed.
imagine having goggles and watching that. I'd be on the floor.
Yeah.
I am disappointed.
Why is that, Joe?
Well, I went over to Bayou Cane or Cane Bayou. It's right borderline to Fontainebleau Park and the Wildlife Refuge. It's like the center cut.
Yeah.
That's the boundary. And I went over there and I flew to Nevada 2 back there. And when usually they got kayakers all up in it. And there were boats out there. So the kayakers are somewhere up in that bayou. But right before I took off, a guy launched a boat and went back. And I'm really mad that I didn't beat him back there because I did 3 minutes in and about 3 minutes back and did not see one alligator. And it's probably because he went through there with a boat.
Yeah, it spooked them all.
About 2.5 in, 2.5 out. And I mean, it's beautiful, but I mean, it's like I wanted to see a gator floating or something.
So Don, does fisheye cook?
Fish I could cook conceivably.
He could cook.
Maybe let him make the
He doesn't. He
Spaghetti
doesn't really
casserole.
have. He doesn't really have arms. We'd have to do some movie magic to make fish I cook.
That could be a whole new project.
Yeah.
Good point.
Excuse me.
You can have the fisheye cooking channel.
So what are you making for dinner there, Don?
I am making spaghetti casserole.
Spaghetti crack casserole. That still got me kind of thrown. I've made spaghetti before, you know.
Well, you cook the spaghetti a little bit shy of being done, and you use it basically like lasagna noodles. You put it in the casserole dish with the sauce and the cheese, and
Put on top and bake it, right?
then you bake it.
Okay.
Parmesan.
Well, that sounds good because Joe made everybody hungry when he's talking about his burrito. And until he got to the point, Don, where he said his mouth was on fire. That's no.
Well, it's gone now. It
Well,
just lasted for a second.
I started this project and then realized I had the stuff to make some haluski, which I kind of would prefer tonight, but too late. I'm already in the process.
Now, do you put any hot sauce in like that casserole or no?
No.
Might have to if fisheye fixes it.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Usually
Fisheye
lots of
would.
Tabasco sauce.
I think if Fisheye did a cooking channel, the food would all look nasty. He'd do fabulous recipes like just pimento loaf and American cheese on white bread with peanut butter, something like that. He'd have to do something nasty.
You never know what the internet likes.
I'll be right back. Got to check on Mia.
Okay.
So I got my flight in for today. Got one flight in, and then it started raining.
Yeah, I haven't flown today.
Flying with Johnny tomorrow.
It's a little windy at the moment, but yeah. I flew. How many batteries did I fly yesterday? 8, 4, 13. Flew like 21 batteries yesterday.
A couple of weeks ago. It's called
That's
In
a
like,
lot.
in like 2 hours.
Oh, have a look.
It was on Channel 4, so I might be able to.
Yeah, but you can burn them down quick, Joe, when you're doing that shit that I was doing in that video.
Mm-hmm.
They don't last a long when you're doing tricks. And that's okay. I don't think you'd want to do tricks like that for 20 minutes. I'm afraid your brain would come out upside down.
In the washing machine. Then I'll put it on dry. And then get your mum's cushion tomorrow. I'm gonna come and pick you up tomorrow. Anyway.
Hey, David,
I will. Yep.
why the hell does a bird need a parachute?
Good question.
It's a lazy bird.
Think about it.
David,
Why does the bird need a parachute?
David, look at Rio.
How you know it's a parachute? Might be a pack of,
Kick
might be something to hold bird seat.
You know what
Oh,
you're doing?
Yeah, you don't know it's parachute.
He tries to push his head down.
Rio. No. Don't look at me like that.
Wait till you turn around. Look like you're not looking.
I wonder if he's got any duct tape in there to repair his feathers in case his feathers get shot.
Normally to be behind the curtain by now. Donald,
Although,
Yes.
Joe, I can see. Oh, go ahead.
the lady of the house would like to know, have you been practicing the game yet?
Didn't we just do that yesterday?
Well, I don't believe you need practice,
I
but I thought it was very clever what you did.
I don't need practice at lying. I need practice on how to play the game.
No.
I'm good at lying.
Oh, that means you'd be good at poker?
Which, by the way, if you ever get a chance to play this game, One Night Werewolf, it's a really fast game, but it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like Secret Hitler, but it is a fun bluffing game.
Well, it was.
So you need to be good like James Bond at telling stories?
Maybe. Basically, yeah, it comes down to lying, and sometimes you might not know what lie you're supposed to be telling until halfway through the game. And so you gotta think quickly on your feet. A lot of fun. And sometimes it's just out and out gaslighting the other players to make them think that you didn't say what you said earlier.
So you have to be like a politician, really good at saying nothing and everything all at the same time.
Sure.
Saying one thing and doing another. That's how a politician works.
Yeah, well, it's all deductive. What happens is you draw cards and one of you is a werewolf, one or two of you are werewolves, depending on how many people are playing. But nobody knows who the werewolf is except for the werewolf. And so everybody does different actions during the starting phase, during the nighttime phase. Then the sun comes up, and you spend like 5 minutes arguing over who's the werewolf, and then everybody just points their finger and elects whoever they think the werewolf is to kill him. And so it comes down to basically lying your ass off if you're the werewolf, or being very deductive on who has said what if you're not the werewolf.
So what you're saying is it wouldn't be smart to every once in a while go, oh.
No, just
Or start scratching under like,
Right, Justin.
But who gets to play Blade?
well, that would be vampires, wouldn't it?
Yeah, vampires, werewolves, same thing.
Eh,
and if you pick your foot up and scratch behind your ear, that would be kind of giving away to her.
And especially whatever you do not lick yourself.
Oh, hell no.
That's a dead
Kill the
giveaway.
camera first. That's when you kill the camera first.
Yeah, we were actually talking about that earlier, Tim. I was telling him you guys used to play that. You and Sean and Marcel and everybody. Back in the day.
Now, did you guys play it online? Did you guys play it on like a stream or just together with
Oh,
it
that
on your
was
honor system? Or
That was like 4 years ago. That was before I started hanging out with them. That was about a year before I came into the picture, so I don't know.
well, I'm trying to figure out how you could play it well and have a live stream of it, where you could share your cameras and stuff. You couldn't share the game, but basically share
Well,
your cameras.
Let me ask you this, Donald.
Share your game screens, but not with each other.
Well, what I'm
So
saying
that
is
people
when
can
it,
watch and see what's going on.
yeah, but when it tells you you're the imposter, it doesn't stay up on the screen the whole time, right? It just kind of flashes up, tells you, and then it goes away, right?
Right, but you're still you have different options if you're the imposter that would give you away if you had your game screen up.
Well, I mean, I guess the only way that there's really no way to do that, honestly. Unless you could delay your stream by like 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, I said
But-
to you last night, you should be able
You
to.
can't because the imposter always has their name turns red.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no way to do it, I guess.
Well,
You could do it if you played on your honor where everybody hides their screen. You
well,
join
no, you can still
Screen.
share. Where's about does it say the imposter is? Where does it say it?
Right at the beginning and when you're running around.
Yeah, but is it at the top or is it above your head?
It's above your head. Your name
Well, that's
goes red.
pointless.
Yeah, and also you have different options available to you on your game screen. So
Well, I
if
said to
everybody
Lauren,
joined-
delay the stream by 10 minutes.
Can't do that.
well, that still wouldn't help
Well, plus the
as
people.
much.
Well,
Well,
I
you
mean,
really-
how long does it take to
Everybody
play a
join
game?
in. It would have to be among friends, and it'd be on your honor system where everybody shares their game screen, but everybody hides the main screen. So all you're playing is your own game screen. You've hidden everything else, but it's being live streamed without anybody monitoring the live stream. That's the only way that it would
Well,
work. Is it would be on your honor.
yeah, other than that, I mean, you really would just be a panel like right now and everybody's playing, but you can't see shit. I mean, that's the only way you could really do it without anybody seeing anything. But that
Right,
kinda
but you kind of want to live stream the gameplay, so if anybody is watching along, they can see what's going on and enjoy the.
That's what I'm saying. So it kind of sucks if you do it that way. So,
No, not for the viewer. The viewer would log in. If someone was watching the gameplay, they would log in and they would see everybody's screens and they would see what was going on and they would know exactly. who
oh
was-
no. What I'm saying is, it would suck if you were just doing a panel like this and nobody could see anything. You know that, but that's the only way you could really do it with nobody.
I think that's the
knowing
only way you
what's
can do
going
it
on.
is that you share your audio. Your only thing you're doing is sharing audio so you can talk and stuff. But even then, you'd have to, if you get killed, you aren't allowed to talk. You'd have to follow those rules too. You'd have to
Unless
be a very on your honor system.
does it have a streaming mode in it? Because some games do have streaming modes
It
where it
does have
blocks certain
streaming
stuff.
mode.
Well, certain games will have streaming mode where it blocks certain things so you can't see it for games like that. So you could try testing that, Laura, and see if it doesn't show like your name and all that
It
stuff.
does.
Maybe it blocks all that.
I don't know because I haven't tried the.
Laura's going to try the streaming mode.
Yeah, see, try it out on a live stream as a test and just see if it blocks out your name and all that. Because it might not give you all the like it might show on her screen, but then it recognizes, hey, she's live streaming, and it might not show the audience all that, you know.
Right.
I've seen games that have streaming modes like that built in.
Laura's going to test it over the
If
next couple
not,
of days.
send off an email to Bob or to them and say, give them an idea.
I did
Yeah,
have
right.
one minor tragedy yesterday with my flying. My Nazgul ate one of my battery straps. It seemed to come unvelcroed a little bit, and the prop just like sawed it off.
Better than a finger.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What's up, Lance?
So I got some.
Hey, guys.
I got some new battery straps. They're actually like an inch shorter than the ones that I had on there,
Hi, Laura.
and they're nice, pretty yellow.
Hi, Lance.
Oh, I just wanted her to say my name. I like the way she says it.
So you
Well-
didn't need any stitches or anything, right?
Me? No.
Yeah.
Let me update you on bamboo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have the bruise on the fingernail, but the end of the finger is actually
You point at me.
pretty well a yield, and that finger just a little bit right there. And
So David, what's the update you want to give us on bamboo?
The latest is
the
they've
thumbs up.
said, you ready for this? They want to give me a full refund. Okay, not a problem. Minus the filaments I've used, my own freaking filament, right? Minus the voucher they gave me from the A1, and minus the money I spent on a new power cable.
So what does that leave you, a dime?
It leaves me sending them an email telling them where to go and fucking shove it, and I'll see them in court.
Well, the sad part is, unless you can do the court yourself, it
What's
costs
the
you more
filler?
than probably
47. It's £47 to £57 to take him to court, small claims court, and we're using the Southampton base for the documents. So when the bailiffs go in to get my money and my stuff, that's where they'll be. That's where they'll be turning.
Was the filament through them?
No,
Then why should they cover the cost of that?
no, they're not. They're not covering the cost of that. They want me to cover the cost.
In other words, they want him to pay for the filament that he bought someplace else and used.
Yeah, they're trying to claim that they provided the filaments, but they didn't.
Oh, well, I'm saying like if the filament's from another company, then they're probably not going to want to pay that. If it was from them, I would see you having a case against them for the filament.
Yeah, I have a case, not them. They want me to pay for it. They want to deduct it from my refund.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
So
they've lost the plot.
So they're charging you for the filament that you bought from a different company.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay.
Sue their ass. You know, better yet, hey, Joe, are you there?
Yes, yes.
So, Joe, cross out Justin's name on that box that you're sending your printer to, and put David's address on there.
Hold the fuck up. Back it up.
I agree. I agree. It's the only fair thing to do on this panel is to send the printer to David. It's the only thing. It's the right thing.
Hey,
No, this
Justin,
panel's
all your
anarchy.
friends are turning on you.
This panel's anarchy.
This is the right thing to do. And if anybody disagrees, that means that they're just a selfish asshole.
Wait, Justin has friends?
Justin,
Joe, get the postage on it right now.
Joe, mail me the middle finger so I can hold it up for you.
I agree.
Hey, Mark White, how you doing?
Hey,
Hi,
Mark.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, it's Mark.
Leave Mark alone. He's happy tonight. Man United got beat 4-0 by Crystal Palace.
Did they?
Yeah. It looks like they're not going to make Europe at this rate.
Film snack.
Right, who the hell's got YouTube playing?
On me.
Sorry. That'd be Mark.
Bloody amateurs. Right.
I forgot to press mute on the telly.
I don't find it on.
It is up.
Right.
See that search box.
Right.
What the hell am I on?
I'll definitely. Whoever has this. Oh, well, then he's going to win that then. That's not a contest.
I don't care who beats Manchester United, to be honest with you.
I thought
Me
you'd be
neither. I don't care.
Sunderland.
Right.
So long as City beat them in a couple of weeks' time.
That one, isn't it?
Honestly, I could care less.
In a
if they
couple of
even play,
weeks. Oh,
Mark.
the final.
Yeah.
Lance, how's the weather out there?
Raining like crazy again. It
Oh.
rained so hard at lunch today.
Options, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
between between
Fly
4
tomorrow.
o'clock and 5:30 this afternoon, it absolutely threw it down here.
Come on.
We
Oh,
had,
that's not what I wanted.
Is it not
there
on?
was that much
There it is, Mom.
rain. We had rivers running down the streets because the gullies
Oh, my
couldn't
five friends.
empty it quick enough.
That bad, huh?
Come on.
It were heavy.
I see Dan's in the chat.
Not for very long, but
Actually have a-
Dan's keeping an eye on you, Ron.
Yeah, I actually have a question for Dan. So I have some 14, or I have 6S, but 1400s. And I'm actually thinking about dropping down and getting some 1200s because they're like 20 grams lighter. I think I actually want the lighter battery to put on my domain. I just don't know how much of it. I just don't know how much of a difference 20 grams would make.
What's that, Don?
Looks like Dan's in the chat trying to fix the printer contest so that Justin wins.
Oh no, I'd definitely lose that contest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to get
Hey Paul,
some.
did you see the question if you'd ever seen the movie Snatch?
No. Yeah, I saw the question. Nope, never. I'm not a moviegoer ever since I turned about 50.
Paul's watching reruns of Matlock.
Yeah, Matlock. It's like this afternoon while I was napping. This afternoon I was watching reruns of
What's up, Tim?
Genie.
Corey in the chat knows.
She had quite a bod, didn't she?
I've been watching reruns of the Deep Space Nine and Voyager.
Oh yeah,
Doncaster
I
Beat
watch
Crew.
every night. They have Star Trek and Deep Space Nine and all that stuff on. Back to back, starting at 9 o'clock.
I'm on about episode 3 of season 4 of Discovery now. I've been watching it from season 1 over the past week and a bit.
Yes.
What?
So Michael, why were you
Justin.
asking about the movie?
Check your messages.
Well, I was looking at this morning, Paul.
What is that?
What do you mean? What is that?
Tis the sun.
So Laura's not going round to see her dad today then?
Yeah, that was my sunrise this morning.
No, we've already
Go
seen
around
it
to see
today.
her
It'll
mom
be
or her
tomorrow.
dad.
It'll be tomorrow. She'll see her dad.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah,
David.
but will you have got over it by then?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we just thought we'd buy it for you as you're a tight ass. I won't spend $5.
So that's like 3.5 miles to the ocean, Paul.
All right, I'll download it when I'm done here. I just had it popped up right before you said that. I was like, what the hell is this?
Well,
Tim,
that
well,
might have knocked United out of Europe next year.
that's what I just said. I said that. Tim,
Yeah.
we'll be buying you a copy of the game on Thursday.
Well,
Man, they've still got 3 more games yet.
David, are you still putting your money down on Blackpool?
Ha ha ha! Money in Blackpool. Ha ha! They got no money.
He spends enough money in Blackpool on the pleasure beach.
I don't-
I don't think so.
Don't go to Blackpool at all.
I will never go back to the pleasure beach. Now, what side of that family's taken over it?
If you go to Blackpool, you have to wipe your feet on the way out.
Sunderland's going to win it all.
That's all right. They've no more games left.
Anyways, Paul, I still fly my camera drones. So
I don't know where Sunderland are.
Do you?
Among Us.
yeah, the sunrises are finally starting to look
Well,
good
you
again here in
championship.
Florida. It's been cloudy most of the winter.
Mm.
And the time change.
Oh, yeah.
Sunrise is now
Well,
happening
No, Sunderland has
before I have to take my daughter to
stayed
school.
up in the championship, haven't they? Finished 16th in the championship.
How many below them?
There's 24 in the league.
Okay, so 8 below them, huh?
Yeah. But that's just our secondary division. There's another 2 main divisions beyond that, and then another 20 odd divisions.
Tim's already got it.
Non-league footballs and
Right, who's the 8 below who?
Sunderland.
8, yeah, who the 8 below?
The 8 below Sunderland are Stoke, QPR, Blackpool, Sheffield.
I beg your pardon.
Wednesday, is it?
Fuck that. Go back 2 teams. Who did you just say?
Blackpool.
Who?
Who finished 19th.
What are they called? Try again.
Oh, is it Blackburn?
That's the one.
All right. It just says black dot dot dot. It just says black dot dot dot.
Yeah,
mine.
that's normally
That could
because
be a
it's normally a recycling symbol because of the plastic.
And Sheffield,
That's him. We play it every Sunday.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
is it?
They're going to be playing it on a Sunday now, Tim.
Then Plymouth
On
Argyle,
Friday mornings.
Birmingham City, Huddersfield Town, and Rotherham. Hmm.
Ooh.
We're not going Sainsbury's.
Ends in 3 days.
Not going Sainsbury's.
No, not going Sainsbury's. Remember. You know what? I'm sure that Sainsbury's follow us around Tesco's. And everything we pick up, they go, right, we'll give them a discount on that just to wind them up. No, they don't need it.
Friday morning, Tim, it'll be your
Evening time.
evening. Dominic roughly knows the times.
Dominic's not
I
here.
think Tim is 9 hours in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally I go Friday morning around
10
10, 11,
o'clock.
10, 11 our time in the morning.
So that'll be 7 or 8 o'clock at night is.
Yeah, be about she might be doing about you won't see one in the afternoon, so you're gonna
I
have
can
to
go
do
see
about-
evening, can't I?
Yeah.
Don't have a bus pass by then. What did you say?
Yeah, be about 7 o'clock on Friday, Tim. 7 PM your time.
Rio Bluey.
And it'll be a safe place because Justin won't be awake.
That'd be a what?
Safe space because you won't be awake.
Well, is Tim gonna be there?
Yeah.
If I do
Then-
Friday morning, it'll be his evening, and it'll be about 5 a.m.
Then I may have to make an appearance.
Yeah, we will do, Tim.
We got these cool things in America called alarm clocks.
I wish somebody would invent them here.
I think Sarah would fucking kill you if you got up at 5 o'clock just to play a stupid game.
As if it's during the week, that's what time we get it, usually around 5:30 anyway.
5 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah.
That'd be 4 o'clock for me. If you're going 5 o'clock for Justin, that'd be 4 o'clock for me.
Yep.
That's only on a Friday.
It's only on a Friday.
Mm.
We create a safe space for the Australians.
Rio.
You see, Don, you're only an hour behind Justin on a Friday.
I mean, it's only right, you guys.
Ooh.
It's
Oh,
only
look,
right.
look at the fighting talk in the chat there from Tim.
Look, it's only right that you guys create a safe place for the Australians after you imprisoned them on that island.
Hey, Tim is trying to talk trash, but he doesn't even have the name of the game correct.
What's it called again?
Amongst us.
Amongst Us.
Come on. Come on, baby.
You gotta watch your grammar when you're around Donald.
Hi, Don.
Well, trash talking and getting the name and getting the game completely wrong that's like doing like, yeah, your mama has cholesterol issues. It's really crappy trash talk. Yeah, maybe I am wearing old shoes, but check out my credit score in 10 years.
My son came home the other day.
He's got quiet in the chat now.
He'll be back.
My
Justin
credit
came home
score.
the other day and was complaining about his jaw hurt, and it started swelling up. So he went to the doctor yesterday,
No, he's still got the game wrong.
and they said it was all infected. So he went to the dentist today. 21st, he's getting all wisdom teeth taken out.
That's always exciting.
Mine
I'm
came
telling
inside. Mine came in sideways. Hurt like hell.
Well, that's what he's saying. The dentist is saying, show him the x-ray. The one that's giving him problem is coming in sideways. So he said, so you need to take him out because it's just going to start giving you problems now.
Yeah, exactly.
You should never try and fit it in sideways.
Yeah. All you do
Yeah,
is just
Tim
flip
really
them.
told me.
If you're having problems sideways, just flip them a little. It'll work.
Hey, Joe, just tell your son if he gets mouthy again, you'll remove all of them.
I'm gonna tell him if he gets mouthy, he might lose a couple of them.
What's with my finger not eating the food?
Joe,
He just got
you
new
should
insurance too, so the insurance cover most of it.
Joe, you should get the game, and so should you, Paul. It's only $5.
Nope.
Joe's too worried about getting his ass whipped.
It seems like a fun little game. I want to be careful not to make it a time suck. I got stuff I need to do.
I've got a cat of nine tails for doing that with.
Did it work on Dominic's? Oh, that's a shame.
So you beat your cat of nine tails?
Look at Daryl.
It's just the name of the particular type of whip.
Oh, I've never played it, Tim, so you probably would be better
It's
at me.
actually got about 20.
Nothing.
Well, at least for the first hour.
There's a practice section.
Hi, Jim.
Oh, you do.
Hey, Jim. There's a food ball.
No fight.
Chops them up.
Hey, Daryl, was that you in the lobby the other day? Because the name said W, so I was assuming that was you, but I wasn't sure. Said you were playing on Xbox?
What was that, Justin?
I was asking Daryl if that was him in the lobby on Fortnite the other day. I wasn't sure if that was him or not.
Even Dominic's there.
It doesn't help.
Because I only accepted the friend request because the way it was spelt, I assumed it was Daryl's account. Twas me. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was you before I got in a lobby with some rando.
Well, you know what I might do with the spaghetti? Not in the recipe, but I might go out and cut a few leaves of spinach for it.
Why don't you make a casserole?
There you go. Lance says just make a casserole.
I am making a casserole.
That's well, he's doing what you said, Lance.
All right.
Don,
I like it
Don
when he
listens.
follows I like it when he follows my directions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking add a few leaves of spinach in there. Nice and tasty.
Some cilantro.
Cilantro in spaghetti? Nah.
You betcha.
I do have some basil, or before the British say it, basil, or the Australian says it, basil.
Basil.
But it was grown in America, so it's basil.
There we
I'm
go.
going to go with Donald here because
Donald.
even though I live in Basildon, the local council got an American company to do its telephone answering service. So when it speaks to you, it goes, "Thank you for ringing Basildon Council."
Donald, you've watched Faulty Towers. You know it's pronounced Basil.
Basil.
Oh
No,
yeah,
that's
the
just
name. The name, of course, is definitely basil. I'm talking about the herb, and not the herb.
I'm
Spelled
going to stick with Donald here because it's spelled Basil. Basil. Right?
yes, so
Basil. Basil, as
Basil.
in.
Basil.
No, but Basil, as in 40 Towers, was Bazzle.
I don't think
There's
so.
a town in Switzerland called Basel. Basel.
Basel.
That's actually pronounced Baal.
Basel.
And that's fine.
You're
I would
closer,
pronounce it
Dominic.
basil. I'd be perfectly happy pronouncing it basil, but it was grown here in America, so I'm going to stick with the American pronunciation because that's what it answers to. It never knew the correct pronunciation, so it won't actually respond unless I call it basil.
Oh, where is it?
Behind you.
Mm.
Can't find it, obviously.
Not a lot to it, but
Scoops in.
Swoops in it.
Oh.
Scoop, muffin Disney.
Bring that to the minute.
let me sit down and go. That'll simmer.
Sweet two.
So,
One and two.
Have you top row?
No, not yet. I like it.
What's up, cool cat? Jim's droning. What's up?
What's up, Justin?
Yeah, Daryl, if you want to jump in with us this weekend, just let us know.
Okay.
Or during the week, sometimes we do some nighttime ones.
Yeah.
Laura,
They
did
do.
you hear me earlier on my live stream though about the Fortnite?
No.
I
No.
think you should be okay with that one because Kelsey still plays it on her laptop,
Yeah.
but it does run Unreal Engine, but I don't think it's updated to the 5. So you
Okay.
should be okay on that one.
I'm gonna download it tomorrow when I get home. I haven't got around to doing it yet.
I'm sure eventually here in the next year they'll probably end up updating it to the 5, and then
One of these.
anybody without a 20 series or higher is going to be screwed.
Oh, somebody's not looking.
Is Fortnite still free?
Oh yeah.
Only for 2 weeks.
What?
It's good for what?
Well, the one good thing, most free-to-play games, usually you get that issue of what they call pay-to-play. It will only let you go so far, and then you end up
Yeah,
having to spend
freemium.
money. But Fortnite's not like that. You can buy stuff, but it doesn't improve. It doesn't make you a better player. It's all skill-based.
That's me.
So you can buy skins and all that, but that doesn't make you a better player or anything. Now you can do where you can do where you can verse other people that are the same levels as you, but you can do matches where it's just a mixture of everybody too. Get in there. Damn.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Paul, I was sitting over there and they started
Okay.
playing music and she started dancing. And she was doing good. She was with the beat.
What? Your duck?
No, that my granddaughter. She was standing there in front of me and they started playing music and she just started dancing. The arms were going and everything.
Joe, how old is she?
A year and let's see, 3 months.
And she was getting down with the music, huh?
Yeah. And I tell you what, I picked her up and I said, "What the hell are you eating? You must be eating steak." She's getting heavy. She's solid.
Gonna kick butt, huh?
And she's talking a little better. She had the thing they whirl around and it's like a truck. It's like a stroller, but it's like a truck.
Yeah.
And she started pushing on it and she said, "Push it." Like that.
Push it real
Like
good.
she was pushing it, you know? So I said, "Oh, she's got some words down." They said, "Yeah." And when I told her, I said something to her, I went, "No, don't do that." She looked at me and she goes, "No." Yeah, no, do it. We're
As
about to
well,
lose control.
as well she should. Grandpa trying to tell her what to do. Crazy.
Ain't gonna work. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
that's
knows me. When I say it, the voice
mhm.
changes.
Yeah, okay. Keep thinking that.
Go all marine on her.
And then she's gonna put that upper lip to that bottom lip to you while you're yelling at her, and then you're gonna feel
Yeah.
real bad.
Bet y'all won't.
Because
If
she'll
she
be
gets
like,
mad enough at me, it means it won't cost me as much.
nah, she'll be like, Papa, can I get some ice cream? He'll get all mean, and then she'll put that
Nope.
lower lip down, and it'll be like, all right, let's go. And she'll get what she wants when it
Joe,
comes
you
down to
can
the end of
act
it.
tough towards
Yeah.
us. Well, your granddaughter's gonna have you wrapped around her little finger.
Yep.
Yeah, I already know what that's like. What? Wanna get here? Come here.
Your pupper dog coming up?
Well, I said, come here, and he walked off. You want Guppy? No, he wants to play. He's looking for his ball.
Oh. So, Rod, you gonna buy any new drones?
No. Not at the moment. Nothing. There's not really been any new bind and fly. There's one, probably the newbie Stinger drone, but nah, I don't need it. I like the 3 FPV drones I have now that I fly.
Dominic,
Yeah,
what you doing?
having breakfast.
Ooh, a little bit of breakfast.
Vegemite.
Yeah.
What?
Having
No.
Vegemite? No.
Now the usual porridge.
A little porridge.
Yeah.
Now, if they came out with a drone that sort of had a propeller on the top, that way when I was upside down, I could activate it and keep it upside down longer, that would be fun.
Hey, Rod, the guy I do real estate work for, after he flew to Holy Stone next to my Mavic 3, he bought a Mini 3 Pro. Right? So he got a Mini 3 Pro. So he was sending me pictures. He said, the front piece was loose and it came off. Is it broke or what do I do with it?
The gimbal guard?
Gimbal guard?
Yeah, no, the thing for where you
The
change
filter?
for the filters.
Yeah,
I said,
the
no, it
filter.
goes back on, it lines up. I said, look, I'm gonna send you the deep dive course from Pilot Institute. Go look at it. Don't put it on there and force it, you know? He says, yeah, I better look at the video.
Mini 3 is a good drone. The
Well,
3
that's a
Pro,
good drone for him.
the 3 Pro is a good drone. So that Mini 4 Pro camera was not a little better, but not like night and day better than the Mini 3 Pro. So it's still the same 1/1.3 sensor. So same sensor size. Canon's about to release a dual gain sensor.
Hmm.
So even better low light.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's sort of like stacked, but double stacked. Instead of single stack. It's a double stack
Wow.
in the stack. So it gives it more dynamic range, better low light, and a little faster.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, and a little faster. So yeah.
I just gotta say, get back. Keep your hands off my stack.
Yeah.
Hey, I like stacks, damn it. Especially the original. Although the sour cream and onions are pretty good too.
The lower light is always better.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, it'll probably be on the R5 Mark II and the R1, which are both coming from Canon. The thing that is being worked on that will make the next huge difference for like everything is they're working on a curved sensor, Joe.
Okay.
Which will allow them to take lenses out of the take glass out of the lenses. The whole point of a lot
Yeah,
of the
that-
glass is to bend the
Yeah.
light to a square flat sensor.
And then when you're in Lightroom, it still doesn't do it good.
So they're trying to make a I don't know. I
No, what they'll
guess
end up doing-
imagine a soup bowl style sensor.
That's what
So
I'm
that
doing.
it's
to
already
it.
curved. So that basically they'll be able to make the lenses a hell of a lot lighter because they won't need
Okay,
as
what they'll
many.
end up doing is everything we hook up to the cloud. You'll aim the camera, and the AI will say, "Okay, I know exactly what you're trying to take a picture of. Let me draw it for you."
You got a point.
Yeah,
That
that
might
could
be
be
it.
too.
And then you'll get something else that you didn't want. Especially if it's done by Microsoft.
You get a parachute on the bird's back.
Exactly.
What, you don't like the cloud, David?
Nope. Don't like Bing at all.
So David likes that hard toilet paper, the sandpaper. He doesn't like the toilet paper. It's like a cloud.
Oh no, it's got to be quilted.
Oh, okay. I thought you were hardcore and used old corn cobs. Have you tried Copilot, David?
Yeah. It's not very good. Unfortunately.
As we found out with the image stuff, you got to phrase it right. It'll all get better.
It will do, but it's going to take time. It's like everything. They're just in a rush to release it, and people get frustrated with it and don't come back.
It will replace search.
Ask for tomorrow in Port Huron. Look for lots of clouds and thunderstorms.
To be honest,
It's a high of
when it comes to
71.
search, it's only the same as having Google. Brings back a lot of crap.
I don't know. I guess we'll see when GPT 5 comes. It's supposedly so much better.
Pilot Institute is putting out a photo contest.
And what are they giving away for the winner?
A $250 gift card.
Nice.
Amazon.
And what is the rules for the photo contest?
I don't know. I'm gonna go look.
You must
It
take a
says an
picture.
exclusive badge, and then it says the most impressive
that's the
trophy
first.
ever made.
I would have
Yeah,
Most
thought
compared
that's
to
the first
selfie.
thing you need to do is take a picture.
It's a favorite photo you have taken with your drone.
Oh,
Sounds too simple.
I got it. I already know which one. And you click on it and it don't show you where the content's at. Okay. His link isn't right. Let's see. It says enter here. And it puts you on just a community page.
well, I'm going to show them. I'm going to enter it, but I'm not going to enter my favorite photo. I'm going to enter my least favorite photo.
Yeah.
Break
Yeah,
the
you
rule.
do any
Open
photo.
through the 15th. Submissions must match email you use at Pilot Institute. Now, my question is this: you gotta accept the whole unit's conditions for uploads. Are you losing your rights to them?
Yep.
And if I'm losing my rights to it, I just won't enter.
Just put any photo.
No, I got one that I would definitely put in.
Well, just go and take a photo specifically for that.
Yeah, I can do that too. Problem is, I don't see where it's telling me the rules.
The rules are as follows. You can't enter.
I don't know. At a certain point, a contest becomes so complicated that it's like maybe it'd be easier just to go out and earn the $250.
Yeah,
That sounds too simple.
I earned that the last couple of days. So what's the difference? Yeah. I'd like that trophy. I thought it's pretty cool. It's the Pirate Institute logo. And it
Did you say
says,
Pirate Institute?
I said pilot.
It sounded like you said pirate.
I thought you said
said
pirate as well.
It sounded like it, but I said pilot. I might have said
We'll
pilot.
be getting a degree.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said Pirate Institute.
I might have said it because I'm reading at the same time.
Arr.
That's what I get for it.
No, I figured it was like something that they started against remote ID or something.
Pirate Institute.
Hey, Justin,
What?
what grades did you be making in the Pirate Institute? All high C's.
All high C's. Like
That's
that.
funny.
It's a good dad joke.
I like that.
No, what were you saying about Pilot Institute?
What are you saying?
I don't know. What were you about to say?
I said I like the trophy they're putting out.
Oh,
It's the logo on acrylic. Looks pretty cool.
what are they giving those out or something if you pass the test?
No, they're giving that out if you win the contest.
What's the
You win the
contest?
photo
for?
contest.
Oh, photo
Photo
contest. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for the agreeing to the say it again.
Now, what's the guidelines to the contest? Like, can you alter the photo or?
Doesn't
Is it
say.
just straight out of the camera they want photo?
It
Or
says
what?
upload your photo, name the photo. You gotta tick the yes to accept the poll unit's conditions for uploads. But I don't know what the conditions for uploads are. 'Cause it
Now,
tells you the conditions. It tells you conditions of uploads. I guess you gotta wait till you get to that point.
Hmm.
Now, would you consider, like you and Donald, since you guys do a lot of photography, would you consider a contest for a picture? Would you consider people like color grading and all that part of the contest, or would you want it
Sure.
straight out the
It
camera?
depends on the rules of the contest.
Yeah, that's what it depends on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Would you rather have a contest where it's straight out the camera?
It
Well,
depends on.
the key would be is whether you want it unedited.
Because I feel like when people edit stuff, yeah, it makes it look better, but is it natural looking? Is that what you're
What you mean
seeing?
to, what you
That's
mean
the
to
other
ask
thing,
is,
who's
would you
judging it?
prefer raw?
Because a lot of times people will over edit a photo and make it look unnatural, and that might count off if it's
Right.
depending on the judging.
It's all in the eyes of the beholder, right?
Well, it's like I was saying with art, right? Art, you really can't put a title on it because everybody thinks different things are art and they see it different. Like when Dominic was saying the guy at that art gallery fucking taped a banana to the wall. To me, that's stupid.
Yeah.
But somebody out there thought it was awesome and gave the dude a bunch of money for it.
Yeah, I know.
I
I'd
think
love
that's
to see that.
freaking
The
retarded
problem
in
is,
my opinion.
yeah, the problem with art is that it's not taken. Every piece is not taken on its own. It's taken as part of other movements and reactions to other movements. And so, in order to appreciate the modern art, you have to know where they are at in these different movements and what they're actually trying to react to. It becomes a big bunch of hooey. Whereas if you want to just watch Bob Ross paint a pretty picture,
Right.
I
get what
think
you're
that
saying.
guy. I think that guy bought a fake anyway. I ate the real one the other day.
And
You
it
know,
was tasty.
I was watching the YouTube channel, the Bob Ross YouTube channel, and the ladies that run his museum or whatever that they have set up to you can walk through. Apparently, they from what they've said, there is no legitimate Bob Ross paintings out on the market. That every one of his paintings were stored in a warehouse.
Wyatt.
they're all
And
privately owned.
right, and they said if you ever run across one like somebody's claiming to be a Bob Ross, it's 100% fake, is what they're claiming. Now, whether anybody ever snuck one out of the warehouse, I don't know, but that's what they said. Though they said there's no actual of his paintings on the market. They have them all locked up, and he would do like 5 or 6 variations of one painting.
Yes, I think he would do 3. He'd do a test painting to test the technique. Then he would do one as a master, and then he would do one on air live.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. He would do like 4 or 5 different ones before he would actually. You would see the one he was doing on the show. And he died young too. He was only like, I think, what, 51 or something when he died.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was young. Hey.
And he was in the military too, I believe.
Yeah, you believe that 51 was young.
Well, I mean, by today's standards, that's kind of young age to die. Now, 200 years ago, that would have been like old. I mean, you were lucky to make it as a freaking child back then. They said a lot of people back in the day wouldn't even name their kids the first couple of months because they just assumed they would die. That's pretty sad. And if you go to a lot of old graveyards, you see a lot of children's graves, like a lot. We got
that
a
was
couple.
back in the days of polio and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like there's a couple really old graveyards around here that have nothing but graves from like the 18 and early 1900s. There's no newer graves in there, and there are so many children's graves in there. It's pretty sad. I only ever, out of all my grandma's kids, out of all 9 kids, and the 18 or so kids they had themselves, that we only had one that passed away, and he was 8 months old, I think, and he died of the SIDS.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know a couple of those.
Yeah, back then though, if you had 18 kids, you were guaranteed at least probably 12 of them would end up dying within the first few years.
Yep.
There's a famous graveyard that I watched a guy do a tour through, and it's kind of a famous family graveyard, and the guy had 2 wives and had like 18 kids or something between the 2 of them, and every one of his kids died before they were 20. Man, I couldn't imagine losing that many kids. That's just insane.
Oh, I couldn't imagine it either, but sometimes I've dreamed about it.
Oh, dude, those are the worst dreams though. Like when you have like a legit dream about one of your kids getting hurt or something.
Oh yeah. I had a dream of my son falling one time. That was just horrific. Falling off a big tall bridge or something and landing on his head. But
yeah.
That's not a good dream.
I still get a little shaken when I think about it. One Christmas, we'd been giving out presents, and they went into the other rooms. Well, Haley, our oldest, gave our youngest a piece of hard candy, and he started choking on it. Well, she came in with him. He was choking, and I flipped him upside down and slapped him on the back, and he coughed it out. But if he had gone into his room, because we were just dead tired, and he was off playing, if he had gone into his room with the hard candy and choked on it, he could have died in there if nobody would have known. And it's just like,
Yeah, that's some
think about the
scary
times
shit.
when it was just so close that you came to losing a kid.
Yeah, that's rough. Oh yeah, there was a couple of times I had bad dreams about the kids that I actually, when they were little, and I woke them up and brought them into bed with me because I was like just freaked out about it.
Come here. Yeah, I woke up and had to go check on him. Oh, my godson had a seizure and died on my birthday when he was like 18.
Sorry about that. That sucks.
And it's just those things. It's like you don't realize how fragile those kids are until they're gone.
Well, I can't even imagine, to be honest, because I've never had to go through that, but I can't really say I understand. So.
Oh no.
Because when my little cousin died from SIDS, I was only a little baby, so I don't even remember him. So, I think I was like 2 when he died.
Yeah, I had a younger sister who drowned in a pool, and I don't even remember holding her under.
Oh, oh God! You almost made me spit my soda out.
I know we're serious. No, I have to be a jackass.
Yeah, I heard that going.
The mood had to be lightened. It was going down a dark area.
Oh, and that's true, Tim. Yeah, it was just the lack of medical know-how back in the day, and not having vaccinations for certain diseases and stuff. I think Paul's generation, you guys were kind of the last ones that dealt with polio, right?
Yeah.
Almost don't remember.
I know
Hold
they've had a
on.
couple cases over the years, but really
Yeah,
rare
nothing
now.
like before.
Yeah. And usually, it's the ones where they don't want their kids getting the vaccinations. They actually had a problem with that in Texas for a while. In a certain area in Texas, there was a big anti-vaccination movement, and a bunch of kids there got a bunch of shit that would have been preventable.
Hmm.
I was actually just about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep.
Mike said Captain Van Hoover. I don't know who that is. I guess he's an FPV pilot. He's out storm chasing tornadoes with his FPV.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
Hope we get an air tag on it for when it goes down so we can find it afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Even a quarter mile away, I'm not sure how it stays in the air, even at that distance.
I mean, if you got the money and know how to build them, you want to go out and do some crazy shit like that, and more power to you.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think for anybody, to a certain extent, it'd probably be fun to send a drone into a tornado.
Oh yeah.
Why not? I mean, that's kind of a one in a lifetime experience right there.
I think I am gonna put just a little bit of red pepper flake in here.
Tim says he had his polio vaccination.
Mm-hmm. I think I did.
I had all that stuff when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when I was growing up, and it's still today, you know, schools are very strict on the whole vaccination thing.
Vaccinations, yeah.
You have to bring in your medical
Yeah.
records when you enroll your kids,
Mm.
and they have to be up to date on everything. And
Well, that makes sense because you know a lot of these kids get exposed to all the other kids.
Yep.
And the other, it's like if you notice how all of a sudden a particular school will pass around the flu or the colds or whatever, you know.
well, I mean, especially in elementary and middle school, kids aren't exactly the most
Standoffish,
hygienic.
yeah.
Well, they're not the most hygienic, you know, especially
Well,
elementary.
yeah, they're very touchy feely. Where the older they get, it's like, hey, you know.
Yeah,
They're barely trained spider monkeys at that age.
True that. Yeah, they're the
Somewhat.
type. Yeah, especially elementary school students. They're the type to go in and, you know, take a shit and then give each other a high five without washing their hands.
Yeah. The way you do it.
You want to see the size of what I just done? High five.
And wonder why they got pink eye a couple days later.
We haven't heard from you in a little
My
while.
own ass. High five.
Yeah, that would be some killer footage, Tim. That's one video that probably get a lot of views. Launching a freaking drone into a tornado.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially if you could
Well,
recover
there's
it.
a couple of people that have done that.
Make sure you're recording on the controller.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
especially if you could recover the drone and show the damage to it after. To add to
With
the
an
video.
FPV drone, you're recording on the goggles.
An FPV drone would have more of a chance of surviving than a damn DJI drone would, for sure.
Oh, yeah. It'd survive a crash better. For
Well,
sure.
I'm saying with the power and the speed it can go, it'd probably be able to get a little closer before it'd get fucked up.
Yeah, would agree.
Yeah, but if you could recover it, you might be able to get a sponsorship from DJI or something.
Well, just being able to add that to the video too would be good to be able to show the aftermath.
Mhm.
This was a drone. No, it's not a drone.
Okay, guys, here's one I'm going to show you. You ready?
Oh,
There goes
what? Everyone with the drone.
FPV drone.
Right there is when he lost it.
And at that point, he knew he'd fucked up.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe did he bring it back? Oh, look at their car.
But at the same time, it said Alex Vanover. He's one of the top FPV pilots. So if he can't get it back, no one
Oh,
can.
here we go. Here's the video from the drone.
Yeah, it looks like
Oh no, it looks like he kind of still has control of it a little bit. I don't know. It's hard to tell though.
You're gonna see a cow.
Oh yeah,
eat
he kind of does because it's it looks like he might be making those movements. I don't know.
But at the same time, he's not going right into it.
He's damn close.
He's skirting the outs. He's taking the outskirts.
I'm just saying, your average weather person couldn't get shots like that. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Really?
Because
close to home.
it's almost like the tornado might be moving it, but then it's kind of looks like, you know, controller movements, some of it. So I'm wondering
He's
if you-
fighting it.
Yeah. Like I said, FPV drone would have a better chance of fighting those winds
Yeah.
than your definitely a DJI drone wouldn't have lasted that long.
No.
Yeah, because an FPV drone can handle being flipped over
Right.
and still recover.
Yeah, it'd be able to make all those little adjustments it needs to try to stay in the air.
Yeah.
I don't
you'd be
think there's
working.
any adjustments you can make in a tornado that will do anything.
No, I'm saying the drone though, as it's flying, even if you're not being able to control it though, if you're staying on the throttle, it might be able to stay in the air by adjusting itself.
Just try and power your way out of it.
Cars can stay in the air in a tornado. It doesn't have to be flying.
Yeah. Just has to stay in the air, basically.
I said that's probably one of the first times you've ever seen footage like that of a tornado like that.
Did it not see any cows in there?
He probably just
Oh,
collided.
into
And
the
it's
Probably
cow.
just collided with a cow.
Now, how many views did that video get?
Lots.
I bet that's millions. Than the M300 and one. I don't even think that thing would handle it. It's just that's the speed that you'd want. Plus, like Rod said, you know, if it's an Acro FPV, it's going to be able to handle being flipped and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. DJI drone gets upside down, forget it. It's over.
Yeah, it's gone.
It is done at that point.
If
It turns itself off.
Yeah, if it's upside down, but it's still in the air, it's not under its own free will at that point.
There's the answer to the question on that video I just showed you. 585,000 views.
Oh wow, I figured it would have been more than that.
Yeah, I would have been thought it'd be in the millions.
I say I'd love to go frickin' tornado chasing with a professional crew. That'd be so fun. I definitely wouldn't go by myself, but I'd go with somebody if they
Well, you know,
do it
those
there.
tornado chasers, I would imagine some of them are using drones now.
Oh. Well, like that, like Mike said, that guy's actually out with a crew that's tornado chasing, flying for him.
Yeah.
So yeah. Plus, if you're able to, you get a big enough FPV drone, and they want to attach a couple different types of sensors on it, you
Right.
could be getting data for them.
Well, that's the question I would have. Maybe, Rod, maybe you know, because you know a lot about drones. What would be the best drone for flying in high winds and shifting around like that?
That's an interesting question because I was sitting here thinking about that, and it's like, okay, bigger drone, bigger motors, or smaller drone with as big as motors as you could get. I'd probably say kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
Because if the
that's
thing
what I
is,
was thinking. Because the bigger one,
the bigger
get
one's going to
pushed
catch
around by the wind, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the little
Yeah,
one,
the bigger one's going to be like a kite.
yeah,
It'll
exactly.
catch
The
the
bigger
wind.
one would be a kite, and the little one will be a little too lightweight. See,
Underpowered.
yeah. No, it can be high powered. My Success Domain, Jesus Christ. That thing's
Maybe
got
it
more
needed to be
power
high
than
power to get around the wind.
And would you think that multi-propped rotors, the more the better in that particular case, or what?
yeah. More blades on the props because you'll get more natural lift from the wind.
Yeah. Like maybe a 4 or 5 prop.
Yeah, 4 or 5 prop kind of thing because you'll get more natural lift.
Like an octorotor.
So
Stability.
more surface area, the more surface area on the props, probably the better it would wind up being.
Yeah,
Well,
you want to get lift so you can stay out of the thermals.
Well, and then there's a lot of
Might be
other
a five.
factors. There's a lot of other factors you got to put in there too. There's, what rating is the tornado, how big it is, and
Yeah.
then there's a lot of variables in there to really narrow down what the best type of drone would be. Unless you absolutely built one for that, like you engineered the shit out of it.
That's what I'm thinking. If somebody were to sit down and with pencil, paper, and chart it out.
But it would you would almost need an engineer to have a look at it first.
That's what I'm saying. You'd have to if you engineered the shit out of it and really took in and tried to factor in as many variables as possible, you could probably
as I said,
build a
it is
good one.
possible. They did engineer an FPV to chase a Formula One car, so
High torque, not
Yeah.
necessarily high RPM.
mm,
You'd want it with
you
high
need,
torque.
but you still
High
need
torque,
to
more
power your way
blades.
out of it.
Right. High torque is the power that keep it to deal with the wind.
Yeah.
Higher
it's
RPM
like-
probably means you tear the props apart.
It's like my
Yeah.
Inspire 1 would
So-
just get pushed around in the wind and something like that. Even though it's
Anything-
got a lot of power and everything.
Yeah,
but
but
also the Inspire 1s and the Inspire 2s don't have the flight time.
Yeah, true.
'Cause
I wouldn't
the
send,
harder the motors have got to work, the lower the flight time.
yeah, but I wouldn't send anything into a tornado that was not FPV that could handle acro and flipping and all that.
Yeah. Well, you'd
I
want to
don't-
be able, because you'd lose sight of it. You'd have to have first person view,
Yeah, that's a point. Is flying into a volcano, a tornado going beyond visual line of sight?
It's just like that guy that flew over that, volcano. If you would have done that with the DJI drone, that bitch would have melted after 5 minutes of being over that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that
It did go-
FPV drone, as fast as it was going, it still was melted like a bitch when you got it back, the props and everything.
I'd probably say something like a 6 or 7 inch would be about right for doing something like that. I mean 5, maybe.
Well, what kind of a camera would you want to have thermal imaging camera attached to a regular camera, or
No, for something like that, you don't want to be carrying any camera. So you'd want something more like the DJI O3 Air unit. Because you're
Yeah,
not going to want to put a GoPro on that thing because that's just a big sail attached to the drone.
Plus, you might
Yeah.
not get.
You certainly ain't getting
yeah,
I
I
mean-
would.
Ian did fly a Mini 3 Pro over a volcano in Iceland, and it did melt.
Yeah, and then the next day he sacrificed
Sacrificed
it.
it
Yeah.
to the gods.
Yeah, but
Then
there was a
But
guy
he
that
bought another one first, though.
But there was a guy that flew over the FPV over it at like over 100 miles an hour, and even flying at those speeds, when he got back, the props were like damn near gone. They were melted so bad. He was surprised he even made it back with that thing.
That's
As
because
bad
all the
as-
props are plastic. So any heat at all, yeah, the props are gonna.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, you want carbon fiber props.
Do they even make carbon fiber props?
I don't even know if half those props out there claim they're carbon fiber, even actual carbon fiber.
They're not. They're all they're all
Printed.
plastic. That's why they're like $3 a set of
Yeah,
four.
they're printed like they're carbon fiber. They're made to look like it.
No,
They're
carbon fiber ones are dearer.
yeah, I used to fly carbon fibers on the Inspires, and I paid a lot of money for those props. But the reason I stopped flying with those carbon fiber props is because if a kid ran up on it and it was sitting on the ground spinning, it would cut their foot off.
They would have done that with regular props on it.
Yeah,
Those are
it
some
would
big ass props. It would have been just as bad.
You know, I saw an article this morning. Where the hell it was? It's some pier here in Florida, down south, Dana Pier or something. And cops came up on a guy at the beach and he was bleeding. And he got hit by his own damn drone. And it was a Phantom 4. Sliced his leg up pretty decent with a Phantom 4.
Yeah.
Oh, there was that guy a few years
What's
back.
weird about it is though that the pier actually had no drone signs posted, which I kind of find. I don't know how that can be legal.
It's
There
not.
was
He's not on the pier; he's over the pier. So
there was a guy
that's
about
airspace. So I'd argue
Uh,
that one.
what was it 5 or 6 years ago? He was on Facebook when Dan and everybody were doing the mods on those 3DR solos, and the guy cut 2 of his fingers off of his hand. He tried to hand catch it, and it fucking or something like that, and he stuck his hand right in the prop, and it cut 2 of his fingers completely off.
There's an RC helicopter dude that cut his own head off.
Oh damn!
Yeah, he got decapitated from his
Wow.
RC helicopter.
That's
That's not
crazy.
nice.
That sucked to be him.
Mm. Probably got done by the FAA for not being in full control of it at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Got
think that
fined.
was the least of his worries. Was a fine.
No, I meant after he was dead.
That's what I'm saying.
He still had the remote in his hand.
Oh yeah, there's a news story on YouTube about it. Was it about 10 years ago, Rod?
2013, according to this thing.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was
that's
just.
10 years ago.
Yeah, I just found the news thing. It said man killed by toy helicopter. I wouldn't call that a toy.
Well,
That's not a-
effectively they are
Yeah,
toys.
that's the same guy I'm looking at on YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah, that guy.
yeah, but I wouldn't.
I think when they use the word toy, they're saying it's diminutive
real
in
one.
size rather than a toy, as in a plaything. Because toy can also mean something diminutive stature.
I don't know.
Fell
See,
out of the sky onto him. Interesting. What the hell was he doing under it?
See, that's the thing is I take that as that's somebody that doesn't know how much those things cost, and they're just associating in their head with something you buy at Walmart. It's not. That's the way I take it when they say that it's a toy. It's like they don't understand that that's probably a $2,000-3,000 helicopter. You know,
They should have called it a scale model rather than a toy.
Yeah.
They just wanted to distinguish it from the fact that it wasn't a real helicopter.
But they
I
said the
mean-
word RC. They said the word RC helicopter. So
but
worked out that RC means it's a scale model.
the
Keep in
thing
mind
is-
that was 2013. So
Yeah.
Now the thing is though, is if it's
Yeah,
if
all that
it's
didn't have stabilization and GPS in it, most likely.
but what I'm
So
saying,
it's just the same as the one Paul used to have and the ones I used to have.
but if it's 3 or 4 feet long and it's gas powered and it's got a real metal rotor on it, is that not actually
They're
a real
not
helicopter,
usually-
just not full size?
They're not usually metal, they're usually like fiberglass or
Polycarbonate.
plastic.
But I'm saying,
Polycarbonate Lexan.
is that not a real helicopter, just not full size though? At that point, I mean,
like any of those, you got to have a healthy respect for them.
Oh, anything you use it, you need a healthy respect for.
You know, my fingers would have been better off if it had been my Nazgul instead of my Domain. The Domain was the worst of all of my drones. The Domain was the worst one to get tagged by because of how much. Well, one, it was 6S, but it's also much higher KV, so the props was spinning way faster. Because that thing's got 2650 kV motors on it. So I don't know what RPM those props were spinning on that sucker. But literally the worst one. My Nazgul has 1750 kV. So the props would have been spinning a lot slower and it wouldn't have hurt. It wouldn't have did nearly as much damage. Anyways, I'm almost healed completely. And I have the solution for next year. I bought a fucking chair. It's got a pull out arm kind of thing on the side so I can, one, I'll be able to sit down. Two, I'll have a place to sit my remote controller. Part of the problem was there was no space for anything because how many of us were there, which is why I was holding my remote as I was sitting the drone down.
Reinforced gardening gloves. That's what you need.
No, I needed to. I went through my fishing gear the other day. I have one of those fishing gear. I have one of those steel gloves for fishing. That glove would have worked great. I only would have got a bruise.
You almost need a gauntlet.
Yeah. That's one of those micro steel fiber fish gloves. Yeah, I mean, that's so you can't slice your hand. That's so you can't slice your hand with the fillet knife.
All right, okay.
So yeah, it'll stop almost anything. So all the props would have done was leave me with a bruise. It wouldn't have cut anything if I'd have had that thing on. Anyways, I'm learning a new habit of throwing the throttle up so that even if you hit the arm switch, it won't arm. Because throttle has to be at 0 for the arm switch to actually work. So I've been retraining my brain to when I land to flip that throttle up so that just can't happen. But like I said, I'll have the chair next year, so I'll have my own little personal space to put stuff. So I won't have the controller in my hand in the first place. The other part of that was my brain was really thinking about what the hell I was going to do when I launched. I wasn't so much thinking about what I was doing as I was getting there. I was thinking about what I was going to do and not paying quite close enough attention. All I'll say is that Domain, if I hit that sucker from the get-go, holy caramba. You think FPV drones make noise? That one makes noise.
Eyes always should disguise this one. Never on what he's doing, where he is. know where he is, what he's doing. Yoda,
Yeah.
you're too old to teach.
Oh, that dude is lucky. Oh wow.
That thing can be from 0 to 100 feet in about half a second if I hit it on takeoff. It's just like zip, gone. Like, holy rumba. Now I got 2 new batteries that are supposedly a higher C rating, so it should actually be able to launch even harder. Not that I would want to. I need to get down to see Maddie. I need him to put my motors on my new motors on my Nazgul.
Is he pretty good at that?
Yeah. So the Nazgul's got 1750 kVs, and I got some 2050 kV motors to put on it. So it's higher RPM essentially. So should give it more power, more pep. Act a little bit more like my Domain. That's the thing I find great about that Domain. That damn thing is so freaking agile with that much power. But you definitely want to have a healthy respect of where the hell you're flying the thing.
Yep.
And that parking lot at the South Florida Drone Meetup, it's good enough. You can fly an FPV drone up and down that thing. Or go over and go under the bridge. Actually, if that crane is still there next year, yeah, I'll be flying that crane.
I'm gonna head out. I've got a couple of
Yes,
things I
later.
need to attend to.
Okay.
So,
Later, Dominic.
see you guys later.
Later.
Take care, Dominic.
Me
All
too,
right,
actually. I want to go fly some.
Yeah. I'm gonna get ready to probably close it down here shortly because I got a ship coming up I want to get. It's a
Oh.
federal ship. It's the Bering.
Y'all have fun.
Rod, take
Let's
care,
talk to you
buddy.
tomorrow.
Later.
Okay, all.
Bye.
All right, everybody. David, you behave yourself.
Mañana.
Okay,
y'all
we'll
later.
see you in the morning.
See y'all later.
Bye, everybody.
Paul, I've listened to your request. No.
You're not going to behave. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Donald, have a good dinner. Mark, take care.